Hi peoples, BillytheCrayon here, and welcome to another status update for the Hunter multiplayer news. I was going to do this before, but I wasn't able to acquire the information I was hoping for. They want to keep it as open as possible, and they don't want to give me too much information right off the bat or anything. So basically, I'm going to try to do this as they release more information. So anyways, here we go. I'm just going to go through the status update for today, which is April 10th, and I will let you know my thoughts on a few things, and we will see from there. So obviously they know that we're very anxious to find out more about multiplayer. So yeah, they will try to give us as much information as they can when they feel they're able to release it. But they've gotten an overwhelming number of applicants for alpha testing multiplayer. And they've almost gotten an equal amount of questions about how things will work when they release the multiplayer service. So they're going, like I say, they're answering some questions here. Basically, what they're going to do is make this the official channel for Q&A. So if we have questions, answer them here. Basically, you click on the comments at the bottom of this status update when you visit thehunter.com. And this post here, this forum page here, is where you can ask your questions and things like that. They did mention, though, that they would like to ask if players could refrain from answering other players' questions about multiplayer with our own speculations. They've seen it happening, and it just causes confusion. So basically, if you think you know the answer to something, but you don't have exact information, just don't bother answering it. Let the devs do that, because they don't want people to say, oh, so-and-so said this is going to be the way it is, when it's really clearly not, and things like that. So, but also about the alpha tester selection process, they've gotten so many applicants that they've decided to use some selection parameters. Basically, they need to narrow down the potential candidates. And here's how they're going to do that. They didn't need to tell us this, but they're going ahead and telling us anyways. But basically, the first thing they're looking for is paying members. So that way it'll narrow down the number, and they will need non-paying members for testing later. So later on, if you're on a free account, then chances are you may get in later on through the testing process, but not right away. One thing, let's see here, what else? Application in well-written English. They clearly stated that good English skills is a must on the registration page, since they can't read feedback in several languages. So, which is understandable. This is an alpha test. You're basically a tester, and you're expected to give your feedback on the multiplayer sessions and things like that. And they're looking for well-written applications. And the stated number of hours played matches the actual data that they have stored. So if you say you play like 7 days a week for 10 hours a day, and they see you only log in once for a couple hours each week, then they're probably not going to take you. must not have shown up in their cheat detection system. So if your account was flagged for potential cheating, then you're probably not getting in. And the player has, if ever been active, been a good spirit, or been a good sport in the forum. Basically, they don't want, like I said, you're going to need to give your feedback on the multiplayer service, any bugs you find, things like that, among other things. And they don't want you going into the forums and basically whining or complaining about it, things like that. And so yeah, they're going to take your the way you were in the forums as a into account as well, which means I may be ruled out. I tend to sometimes voice my opinion when I think it's needed, and it's not always a good opinion. I'll admit that, and I may come off a little harsh sometimes, but for the most part, I do try to give constructive feedback and when I'm giving my opinions on the forum. But anyways, the emails to the chosen testers will go out in the beginning of next week, and they will announce when they've sent the emails. But if you receive an email, you are not allowed to tell anyone. Yeah, you can't tell a soul. You can't even tell your own mother. If you do so, you're automatically disqualified from testing. The alpha tester will have to agree to an NDA, which is a non-disclosure agreement, to get access to their test accounts, which means they will not be allowed to publicly write about, post pictures and videos of what they see while testing. If they do so, they will not only be disqualified from the testing team, but also get their live accounts banned, and Expansive Worlds will take legal action against the player in question. It's not up to the tester to update the community about the progress. So yes, they will take their non-disclosure agreement very seriously, which means if I do get into multiplayer testing, I will not be allowed to show videos or live stream it or even tell you guys that I'm in it or anything like that. Straight up, because like they can ban your account, and they will take legal action against the player in question. I'm not sure what all legal action they would take, but I have seen in other cases where people posted alpha or beta footage of other games where, like, when they post videos of it on YouTube, I've seen their accounts get copyright strikes sometimes, because straight up they've signed an agreement saying they would not talk about it, and they went ahead and did anyways. So yeah, seriously guys, you need to take it serious. Do not tell anybody that you're in the alpha or the beta when it comes out or anything like that. You have to follow that non-disclosure agreement. Anyways, let's get on to the main bits and pieces here, which is the multiplayer, the questions and answers. So, when will you launch multiplayer? It depends on how fast we can find all the bugs and remove them. After the alpha period is over, we will start a beta test period where we bring more testers in. After that period is over, we're ready to release it. So it's going to be a long ways off yet. Does Expansive Worlds host the server? No. The user setting up the session will host the game. So you play on the host's reserves with his or her equipment placed in there. You will be playing in the host's world. So basically, if I host a game, then anybody in that game will be able to see and use my tree stands, ground blinds, things like that, my tents, and it won't be other people's stuff. So yeah. Will the clients be able to use the host's tents or other world items? Yes, but only the host will be able to place world items in the reserve. So I'm the only one that, if I was hosting, I'd be the only one that can place tents and ground blinds, things like that. How many players can play together? Up to 8 players will be able to play together in the same session, but you can, of course, be less than 8. During a session, players can leave and join as long as the host stays active. So once the host leaves, the game is going to close. Will you be able to shoot other players? No. The Hunter is still a hunting game and not a war game. So the way I am expecting that to work, though I can't say for certain, but is I would assume it would work the same way it does when you're on a free account and you aim at a pheasant or a coyote or something like that, and it will not let you shoot it. Like you click the button to fire, but nothing happens, and you just get a message saying that you're not allowed. I'm assuming that's how it would work, but don't quote me on that. But anyways, what happens if the game host crashes or leaves the game? Initially, the game pauses to see if the host comes back, but if not, the game ends. Can anyone start a multiplayer game? No. Initially, it will not be possible for free members. Can anyone join my multiplayer game? It will be up to the host. You will start a multiplayer game and you will get some parameters for your game. The parameters will be the following: only friends, only paying members, anyone, and anyone within a hunter score range. So you can set those parameters for your game if you're the host, and that way you can narrow down the people that are allowed to play in your game, which I think is cool. But I would like to see an option to password protect the server and lock it down, so only people that have the password will be able to play, or a way that I can invite specific people only and just keep it locked down, kind of, because with how many friends I have, my games would fill up really quickly, and I don't always want to play like that. So yeah, anyways, who gets the kill if several players shoot an animal? The person who shoots the killing shot will be the one getting the kill in the statistics, but anyone can confirm it. This might, however, change over time. So they could change that and make it act differently. We never know. At present, that's the way it's going to be. The one who gets the killing blow will be the one that gets credit for the kill. And what if someone ruins the game by scaring animals and behaving badly? The host will be able to kick and ban players misbehaving. And trust me, guys, I will not be afraid to use that feature. I will kick and ban players who do troll my games and like start running around if they're not being chased by bears or something and all that stuff. So yeah, don't do it. How many players can be inside towers, ground blinds at the same time? It's not set in stone yet, but hunting towers will have place for 3 hunters, ground blinds for 2. Tripod and tree stands will continue to be one-man only type of equipment, which makes sense. So, yeah, there you go, guys. Let me know what you think. If you do have any questions, please bring it to the forums, to the comment. Click on the comment section of this post when you visit theHunter.com. So that's going to be it for now. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope this was informative. Let me know what you think, and until next time, guys, have a good one.